Is this thing on?
You're listening to
The Audacity.
Is that a good way to start a podcast?
Are we starting?
They're nodding. Do you
rolling.
guys want? Do you guys want to put a producer cam on you guys also, so we can know when you're chiming in? First of all, great episode, team.
Yes, that was short, sweet, and yes, Andy.
What do you guys think about? This is for our male producers. What do you think about? Do you feel like if you're too nice to a girl, you're being a simp?
I guess what's the definition of like too nice? Like
Right,
I mean,
that
if you,
is the
I think if you get like a statue built of them, but again, that goes to the flex, no flex zone or no flex mode anymore. That's a pretty big flex.
That's a
you-
pretty big
Yeah.
flex. But
That
if
probably
she-
cost, I don't know, $100,000.
No, I know, but let's say money's not an issue, okay? Because I know no one's building a statue of anyone here at Gastage at all.
No one's got that money.
No, we get it. We're here and you're here, and we're not building statues.
Out of old kratom.
But paper mache kratom. But the question is, do you consider what do you do that's nice when you like a girl, like to show her, or do you just say get over here, bitch, suck my dick, and that's like your romance?
Which is hot.
Which
I mean,
is
that's
actually kinda hot
nice.
also.
I'd like that.
I don't mind.
Yeah, there's this balance, I guess, where like if you're nice at all, that you're a simp. That if you're just, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not an expert at all. Yeah, I think yes. I think it's cool to be nice and be like, hey,
Yeah.
I think you're cool. I like you because we're together. But again, like there's this whole manipulation game that maybe is actually the move, I guess.
Whoa,
Right.
whoa, whoa.
I
What's
mean-
the manipulation? Wait. But are we okay? Let me ask you this. Speaking of playing game, how old are you, Andrew?
I am 35.
Okay, you're a fucking adult. All right. Let's say you like somebody.
Yeah.
And how far are we taking games? Like, do you double text? Do you triple text?
Like I don't think about all those. Like you have to wait 3 days before you message, and like, yeah, I don't know. I try
don't-
to
you do that?
overthink. I really try not to overthink because then it's like unnatural. But again, that's probably people look. I think there's rules that I'm not unaware of that. Like if I do send a message within like 6 hours or whatever it is, that you're like, oh, that's a red flag, and then or something like that. Like there's like unwritten.
Right.
But again, I don't.
I guess
maybe at the
simping
beginning.
is like having no boundaries. I think that's like what it means. You know what I mean? It's like you
Yeah.
do anything for this person whenever they ask.
Yes.
Like, you
It's
know.
being pathetically available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's simping. Have you ever
Is that you?
pathetically available? With that definition, is that you?
I think you can be nice without being like a sucker.
That's
I think
right.
that he's like. I think he was
100%.
trying to be like. He's very Andrew Tate-ish, but I think he was trying to be like, don't be a sucker, but he was kind of just being like, don't be nice.
He was so mad, that guy.
Yeah.
He was so mad at whatever woman didn't suck his dick the last time. And he was taking out at Jeff Bezos, who, by the way, has a dream life.
I know.
He quite the transformation as well. Like he was a Elon Musk type, but like kind of a little dorky,
To be
and now he's
fair,
like jacked and he's bald.
He's jacked
like
and he's bald. He still looks like a scallop.
Yeah, money can't buy perfection. Money can only get you so far.
Money can get you so far. Listen, if he were, there's a percentage of attraction of a man, my attraction to a man, that has to do exclusively with how into me he is. So
So he was obsessed with you.
So if he was obsessed with me, Jeff Bezos would be a 10.
Right.
But if he doesn't give a shit about me, he's like a 2.
See, Jeff Bezos, if you're listening, and
You
you care
might
about
be
what
hot.
we care about what we think about your looks, be obsessed with.
But he doesn't because he's obsessed with her.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate flex, is getting a guy like that who can really have anyone if he wants, pretty much, be obsessed with you.
That's so
What do you
cute.
think she did? What do you guys think? Male audience, what do you guys think? And Jorge, feel free to chime in, shy Jorge. What did she do to make him that obsessed? Because he could have a lot. There's a lot of hot.
She's hot. You think she's hot, guys? I think she's hot.
Yeah, especially for her age. You got to add that a qualifier. But no, she's pretty attractive. And she's got to be doing something right that we don't know about because we're not privy to.
If you had to guess,
Is it the ass or the mouth?
yes,
What is it?
she doing just so much anal?
I think she's got prime box.
Which is?
Yeah, I don't know. Something.
All right.
Yeah, prime box. That makes perfect sense.
That's it.
She probably has grade A pussy.
What did you guys think of the episode in general? Like,
Yeah, did you guys enjoy
any like hot takes you were like wanted to get out but couldn't because the girls were talking, and you don't talk when girls are talking?
No, I think your yachtless line was very good. Like that's a good way of looking at people. Andrew?
Did you guys
Wait,
Yeah,
Andrew.
I think that the Kardashian lore is that they are just like rich and that
hot?
then hot and unattainable, and that's the point. And like I think that they're gonna continue as long as they're gonna continue until there's the eventual scandal where Kris Jenner is uncovered like a Ghislaine Maxwell type.
Oh, yeah, that would be season 20. That would be season 35.
That
which
would
be
make
great.
them so relevant. There's no scandal that can make that. What would actually cancel the Kardashians?
Nothing.
And not just make them more famous.
I mean, if they used the N word, they would definitely get canceled.
Are they not allowed at this point?
And Chloe's black, so
They've been through so much black dick.
Oh my god, nobody
Chloe's
should say that
O.J.
word.
Simpson's
Nobody should
daughter.
ever say that word.
You're
ever,
right. You're right.
ever,
You're right.
ever.
I don't condone.
No one should
don't
ever say. But
condone.
I think there's a lot that they could get absolutely canceled. I think that's why they're very careful with what they say.
I can't say anything because I'll get this podcast canceled.
Okay, all right.
They bring Kanye back and then they agree with all of his new views and then they get canceled.
They won't.
No.
They won't.
Everything that they do magically turns to gold.
Kris Jenner, the devil works hard. Kris Jenner works harder.
Works harder. What did you guys think about being celibate as a man? Number one, are you? And number two, is that hot to women in your experience?
A virgin.
Yeah, like that. If you
Is
give off
celibate, like,
virgin vibes.
I guess like what is celibate versus just like you're not like I don't know like being a slut like just nothing. Like,
No, I guess she was.
that's like
she
like
was,
you're saying like
Are you celibate because no one wants to fuck you, or are you celibate because?
celibate
Or
by
is that a
choice?
choice?
Yeah, or like yeah,
Like,
'cause, like you said, like you're like you want a guy that you can just like have behave kind of like and not I don't know.
Okay,
Like
let me
he can
I
get
like
laid,
that.
but
Well, I like that
also
because,
behave
like,
in a
because we're assuming it's like if a girl's celibate, it's different because guys are constantly trying to fuck girls. But if a guy's celibate, it means he's not trying. You know what I'm saying? Like he just has to.
Or he's saying no to so many people, or no one wants him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I think that's like my point is like no one's like women don't chase after men for sex.
Right.
So if he's choosing celibacy, he must. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like...
Is it a deal breaker for you guys if a girl is a virgin or if she has a super high body count?
No, I think like a virgin would be at this point it would be a little concerning or like I would just
It's a lot of pressure, right? Like a girl in her 30s or like late 20s who has never had sex.
yeah. I think there's
Because then you got to be like really good. And that she doesn't even know what that means.
And she'll be obsessed with you the rest of her life.
And she'll also bleed.
She'll also be screaming "ouch" most of the time.
Yeah,
so.
it's not going to be fun for you.
It's actually not fun losing your virginity. It was the worst experience.
Actually, so painful and horrible.
Yeah, it was the sound of me screaming "ouch" at the top of my lungs. That's how I lost my virginity. Like literally.
I tried to lose my virginity a couple times and it didn't take. Like
Wrong
it
hole?
hurt. No, it hurt too much. And I was like, we have to stop. And then one time he was just like, nope, I'm doing it. Yeah,
Ooh.
it was awful.
I think that's a rape.
So,
but
no, it wasn't. It wasn't a grape. We have to say grape,
Grape.
so we don't get platformed. It wasn't that. It was just extreme persistence.
okay, we'll edit that out. Sorry.
No,
No, we
it can
don't.
stay in.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Oh, this is the last question for me. If a girl's like had sex with a lot of men, is that a deal? But she's like a sweetheart and
She's a good job.
she's a good job.
She's
and-
hot.
Yeah, and for the record, that experience did pay off, and she like gives a really good blowy, and like
Yeah.
it wasn't for nothing.
Right, like everything's perfect, but she has a really high body count.
But she's had sex with like 300 people. Is that a deal breaker for you, Jorge? Will you chime in at some point?
okay.
No, both of you, yeah. But
Yeah,
I
I
want
was
to
It's like I don't want.
I don't think so. I mean, at least personally, I mean, yeah, like some people they try to frame it that way, but personally, like you guys were saying that like you want somebody that's prized, that people want actively, like that is kind of always with somebody. So I don't know. It's kind of like they've kind of always been, I guess.
You like a serial monogamous. Isn't that like the good loophole for women? It's
Oh,
like
that's what I
if
was
you
gonna ask
always
you
have a
about.
boyfriend
Oh, but-
because you're not slutty, but there's always
slutty
someone who
with
wants
them.
you.
Right.
I was gonna say like so all these rich guys that are like in open relationships. Do you think that's like the way of the future? Like some sort of like agreement, open relationship.
Not for me, babe.
Not in this future.
Not in this Merrill Lynch office.
Just the rich, just the super rich. That like some sort of like agreement.
I have agreement. I have a standing agreement. My boyfriend who rejected this standing agreement, by the way. I told him, I was like, I know you're on the road and shit happens. Just I have one rule in relationships. I'm sure I've said it. Don't embarrass me. So no one I know, not like, don't make it weird for me.
Right.
You know, don't bring it home. Be safe. And he was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. And I go, I'm just saying as a contingency, like I'm an adult.
Shit
I'm not gonna
happens,
freak out. Yeah, you know, we can work through it. And he goes, yeah, I'm just never gonna cheat on you. And I was like,
You're like, I didn't even know I could ask for that.
I didn't even know that was a boundary I could have. I got so wet immediately. I was like, I feel so safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like isn't that normal to have kind of like a standing open relationship clause in your
It's
relationship?
like, okay, what if
Yeah.
I fuck up? Like, what if I go to a bachelor party and I get wasted and I make out with a girl? Like, are you, like, don't tell me. Just you made out with her, it's fine. I don't give a shit. Like, whatever.
Shit
It's-
happens.
Shit
Yeah,
happens.
and there's like one thing that happened, but like, and then don't make that spiral into like now you're just always lying. Now you've like changed
No.
something in the relationship. So like, yeah, I think like again, I think that's a big thing, and I think it's like pretty mature to be like, yeah, just don't make it come back to me, make me look stupid.
Right.
Don't make me look like a
stupid.
dumbass. Like,
Right.
I don't like
And wrap it up.
and
Don't bring home
sneaky.
diseases.
No
Don't
No
bring home
diseases. Yeah, be
Yeah.
like discreet.
Have some respect.
Don't be sneaky. Just don't make me like be like a fucking dumbass.
Right. Like,
People
my friends are around. They're like, oh,
Everybody
Amanda's-
knows
Amanda's
except me.
stupid.
Like you're just like.
Don't make it so that people know something that I don't know.
Exactly,
And now it's
yeah.
embarrassing for me. Yeah.
Like, don't flirt. Like, if you're on the road, like, don't flirt with the girl in the green room. Like, just take it offline. You know, take it outside the green room.
Which, by the way, is like extremely limiting and makes it very hard to cheat.
Right.
But yeah, if you can follow those rules,
Or
you
just
know,
flirt discreetly, like whisper to each other.
can you
But-
and no carrying on. You can't have an emotional affair where you're like into somebody.
No, don't follow. They can't.
We're
No
done.
message on Instagram.
Or
no.
we're done.
Yeah, you know what? I think this is interesting. I think I would be more upset about an affair
Yeah.
than a fuck, and I think men might be more
course.
upset about a fuck than an affair because men are more physical. What do you guys think about that statement? Is that wrong or right?
I mean, I had this discussion with somebody in the past. What's more, what would you be more upset about? Somebody like kissed somebody, or if they just like had sex with them? Like, is the kiss meaning more because it's more
It's
like
intimate.
love?
Yeah,
Yeah,
intimate.
or just like the yeah. So I would be more. Yeah, I think the kiss is almost like. I don't like they're enjoying that more than just like
Right.
a one time like I don't know.
It's like
a
romp in the hay. You're
it's-
both just so horny. You just have to get this
Yes.
out, but you're never
Kissing-
going to talk again. Yeah.
Kissing is passion,
Yeah.
and fucking is genitals.
Right, and looking
know what
them
I mean?
don't look at them in the eye because that's a lot of intimacy.
If I hear that you look somebody in the eye, I swear to fucking God.
yeah, dude,
we're
don't.
over.
And if you laugh at her jokes, hell no.
hell no.
All right, I want to tell you. I don't know. I'll tell you.
Go ahead,
It's
Andrew.
not my story, but it's a guy. I'm not gonna say
it's
who
also
he is.
a-
It's my friend.
No, it is literally a guy, but I don't want to blow his spot. But anyway, him and his wife, they were like not doing really well, and then they wanted to open up the relationship. So they fuck. Anyway, so they had like they invited this other guy into the bedroom, and then
Sounds horrible.
so I think like they were just doing their thing, but then like this other guy went down on her, and like she was making sounds he had never heard before, and that like upset him, and then he kind of like left the room.
He was gonna get upset
Dude,
regardless.
all these poly relationships, oh my God, it's the new vegan. They're so pretentious. And show me a couple that's poly and has been married for 20 years, and I believe that poly is a good situation. for
Show me
people.
a couple that's
It's like
poly and
four-
doesn't look like a pile of boiled cheese.
They're never hot.
It's like
They're
four
never-
gamers
they're
and
literally
like
never hot.
This pile of mashed potatoes wants to fuck this pile of mashed potatoes. To be honest with me, it's okay. But because I date hot, successful people, I'm not really about it.
Right? Yeah. They're usually because they're probably also vegan. That's why
I can't.
they don't have any protein.
If
That's
you
why
bring a vegan back to me, I swear to God, yeah.
that's why I could smell her farts on you. That's how I know you dated a vegan.
That's how I know. Let me smell your body. It's trapped in your body here. All right, guys, that's been the post show after party.
This is so fun.
I hope you loved hanging with us because eventually we're gonna make these subscription only. So we're dangling the meat in front of you so that eventually maybe you pay $2 a month to hang out with us. We would be literally so honored.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to us, rate us, love us, maybe follow us on a personal level, maybe interact with us at some point. We would literally love that so much. And we're gonna see you again next week.
Yay!